Look at this headline, Dr. Johnson. Hair straightening chemicals may increase women's risk of uterine cancer. Study finds. Your thoughts on this? Your thoughts on this headline in this study?
Look, man, it's just like I tweeted out before. We talk all the time about how white supremacy is literally killing black people, and it doesn't necessarily have to just be environmental justice, and it doesn't have to be rogue police officers. Literally for centuries, black women and men, but especially black women, have been told that their natural hair texture is unprofessional. You talk to black women in journalism, you couldn't get a job in the 60s or 70s or 80s if you didn't put chemicals in and you didn't straighten your hair. And here we are finding out today, although there's been research implying this for years, that those chemicals that constantly saying just for me and putting that in young black women's hair throughout their entire lives in order to look professional and reach white standards of European professionalism are literally killing African American women. I'm glad this story is out. I am glad that it's come after we've had discussions of the Crown Act and things like that, but it's an important thing to remember about how we're constantly fighting for our own humanity and our own health.
Important to remember, and important that you can't overstate it enough, you can't repeat it enough, that your natural hair is good enough, it is beautiful, it is attractive, it is professional, as you said. And Doc, you talk about the 80s. I remember working at the Boston Globe in the 90s when I had hair, and I was growing locks. And I remember another sister who worked there came up to me and was like, "Comb your hair. What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, I can't believe this is coming from somebody who should know better, but a lot of people don't. So, very important story.
Right.
You have some thoughts on midterms. I love your feed item on this. These polls ain't loyal. That's great. What are your thoughts on midterms?
I gotta tell everybody this all the time. These polls ain't loyal. You can't trust the polling. And I don't mean that because pollsters lie. I'm not saying that they're lying. I'm saying that they aren't always indicative of how everybody is going to vote. So if you happen to be in the state of Pennsylvania, you're like, oh my gosh, a poll just came out showing Fetterman and Oz are actually tied. No, that's probably not the case. You got to look at 4 or 5 polls together. It's just like if you're making a bet. You don't look at one bet, you look at several different betting websites to figure out what the spread is. As of right now, this is what we're facing. It's not just that the dangers of democracy are at risk and you have a bunch of crazy Republicans running, but you got to make sure that you go out and vote in your local state, because the polling is not meant to tell you what you should do. The polling only tells you the chances on that particular day. If I were to tell you what I think about the election 6 months ago, it's going to be different for today, because you got to get new information. Georgia, Pennsylvania, Arizona, across the country, get out, vote early, vote as much as you can at so many different levels in order to protect your country.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.